Hey Lily.
Hello.
You took the single tear catcher, the first version originally, and now you're given the next stage of them.
Mm-hmm.
How did you find using these new ones?
It's much more convenient using these new ones, and these new ones are more of a complete set and complete format compared to the first one, which is more like still at the very beginning of idea stage.
Okay.
And although some of them I do find it's still a bit difficult for small bottles to catch tears.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the teardrop is actually too big for some of the bottles to hold. And I encountered one problem when the tear actually flew down my face. It doesn't really go into the bottle, but go along the outside of the bottle.
Why do you think that is?
Maybe it's the mouth of the bottle is too thick.
Too thick? Okay. Did you try with the flat surfaced one?
Yes, I think I've tried with this one, which is the flat surface one.
Mm-hmm. And is that the larger one, or was that the...
I think it's one of the largest ones,
okay,
flat surface.
Okay, and I still had trouble going in.
Mm.
Okay. And how did you find holding the small vial up to your face as opposed to with the handle?
I find more secure holding the small ones to my face, because since the handle is glass, I was really afraid that I was going to break it if I put too much pressure against my face.
Will that compare to the first version?
The handle or the
use of either using a handle or not?
The first version, the handle was made of wire and wood, so I felt more confident, more comfortable holding it against my face.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas this one, too delicate.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so there's essentially three kind of different stages with this.
Mm-hmm.
There's the smaller mouthed ones with various shapes,
Mm-hmm.
and there's the larger mouthed ones. Did you try the range of them?
I think I've tried 4 of the 5. The only one I haven't tried is the one with the very straight body.
Okay.
I think it's probably easier if the actual opening of the mouth is not that big, but like the narrow bit could be, if it's possible for it to be wider.
Okay.
Easier for the liquid to flow through.
So you prefer the smaller mouth ones?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do like the ones with one flat surface. I think that's a very ingenious idea. Mm-hmm.
So you think it works better?
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Okay. That's cool. So there's obviously the narrowness of the neck in terms of liquid going through. Is there anything else that you'd suggest in terms of changing it? Do you like the aesthetic of the shapes being produced at the moment?
I like the shapes of the other 4. I have to say I like the one with a straight body less. Because to me that seems like one of the bottles from a lab. But I really like these ones. Seems almost like a 2 symmetric circle, one inside another. The actual shape of itself, it looks like a tear itself, which is, I think, symbolizes the whole idea and expresses much better. Also, this one is just an enlarged version. It just looks like something very artistic and, what do you say, delicate. I really like it.
Yeah. So if you say you actually purchase one of these, would you prefer one with like a complete all-in glass one? Would you prefer a wooden handled one, or no handle, or a necklace that held it, or what would be preference for you personally?
Personally, for me, a set of things with different options would be great. I probably wouldn't purchase one with a complete glass handle. For me, it's very delicate. If I want to purchase something like that, and just for it as a display and not to use it, that is a good idea. But the glass handle for me is far too delicate to use anyway, and I'll be afraid to break it. For one of the smaller bottles, a bottle like that as a necklace is a very good idea, I think. And if I was to purchase some with a handle, I prefer to have some kind of carved handle, wooden, metal. Doesn't matter, just make it stronger and hold them stronger.
Okay, so the idea of it being delicate is actually almost a negative thing. And
from the user's point of view, but from a design point of view, that could be the whole idea, you know, it's part of the idea.
Yeah, and the idea of taking care in what you're doing. Yeah, it could go either way. Okay, that's great. Is there anything else you want to add?
Is there anything you want to ask?
What else could I ask? How have you found the interview process?
Fine.
Yeah? Was it interesting in terms of the subject matter or anything like that? Did it make you think about things differently in reference to grieving?
As I said in the previous interview, I really like the whole idea of a tear catcher, and just the design itself kind of emphasizes certain emotions in human being. And I guess the interview process is really, as a designer, what your personal preferences, and I like the design, I like the interview.
Thank you very much.
No problem.
Yeah, the first ones were made with the idea of being quite basic in terms of style, so there was no preempting connotations, well, styles to them as such.
That's why I said, you know, as I said, it was the first one I felt was more expressive. You know, I can take to any direction I wanted, because what I had was something really raw and just a basic idea. And whereas with the second version, it's more of a complete product, so it kind of confines me to think in one direction.
So the form itself confines how you actually think about a product?
Well, remember the first one you had was really a glass bowl with a hole inside and a top half cut off, whereas this one is confined into bottle shape. So with the other one, it can symbolize anything. Whereas with this one, it's a bottle. It's supposed to catch liquid, or it's supposed to pour out liquid. It's sort of very easy for you to confine yourself into the usage of it, rather than the idea behind it.
Okay. So do you think the other one actually kept it open more, in a positive way, that there's something being lost by going this way in terms of the design?
For me, in terms of artistic design expression, there's definitely something. The original version gave me more ideas to try on, whereas this one restricts me to think certain ways. And also because I know the process of you making your idea, so I think in a way that also helped me to think along the direction of, you know, your idea of this product or this design.
Okay. So there's something to be said for keeping it raw, as it were.
Maybe the shape of the glass, like the shape of the actual vase, instead of making it very like a bottle. It can be of different shapes. It can be just any geometric shape. Glass means geometric shape, where, you know, you can, because maybe people express their emotions as different geometric shapes as well. It doesn't have to be a glass shape, it could be oval or anything.